If you're running auxiliary lights on your bike through a CAN controller like the Hex EasyCan, then this little device could be a very handy addition to your setup. Regular viewers will know that I run a set of D7 Pros on the Africa Twin through a Hex EasyCan. With the dual circuit wiring that those lights have, it means that there are lots of options for configuration when it comes to setting those lights up through the accessory software. But on this bike in particular, if I want to make any changes to those settings, I've got to do it through my laptop. And that's where the new EasySwitch changes the game. This small unit plugs into the white circuit of the EasyCan, which is the EasyBUS control, and lets you adjust multiple accessories on the fly. For me, the big win from this is being able to make those changes if I want to without dragging up the laptop. If you're new to the world of EasyCans, then I'll give a brief explanation on what they're all about. If you're already running one of those, then you can just jump to the next chapter by clicking the button down the bottom. The EasyCan connects directly to the bike's ECU and provides 4 circuits so that you can power and control extra accessories using the bike's existing switches. Importantly, this means no cutting of or splicing into the factory wiring loom, and thus voiding any warranty you may have. On a BMW, you get even more control because you're able to use the Wonder Wheel. It means that you can run auxiliary lights with no extra handlebar switch gear. Daytime running lights come on with the ignition and change intensity with the high beam switch. Nice, simple, tidy. So what this switch does is uses one of the circuits of the EasyCan to add another layer of control. There is a trade-off, however, because it means by using the EasySwitch you're now down to just 3 spare circuits on the EasyCan. However, the EasySwitch does have a trick up its sleeve because it has this clever little expander circuit which essentially adds an extra port that daisy chains or loops off of that connection. This offshoot connector acts like a circuit of its own, although with limits. It has a maximum 2 amp draw for any accessory, and it's only a simple 2-wire connector as opposed to the 3-wire which is the standard connector for the EasyCan. But it is perfect for low draw applications, so if you want to power a sat nav, your phone charger, any auxiliary brake lights you may have, or even an auxiliary horn, it's going to work for those. But because the EasySwitch uses the EasyBUS circuit, the white one from the accessory manager, this means that a further 14 EasyBUS compatible accessories can be added to that same single circuit. As an example, if you're running the Lone Rider motorcycle lights, which are EasyBUS-ready, from the white circuit, you can use a wire splitter to connect the EasySwitch into the same single circuit. This is what makes it a game changer in terms of being able to add numerous additional accessories into your setup. You do need to set it up initially via the accessory manager software, but once configured, the switch takes over. So here's my current setup. The 4 outer LEDs on each D7 are joined into one circuit, so they operate together, and they run at 0% as DRLs and jump to 100% with the main beam switched. The 3 center LEDs are on individual circuits because I've fitted amber covers and used them as additional indicators, which I think is really handy for winter visibility. I used to run all 7 LEDs as one massive main beam, but I've traded a little punch for that extra signalling visibility. So back to the switch, why I think it's useful and why I think it might be something you would consider if you are running one of these setups. Now on the bike, as I said earlier, if I want to change any of the intensities of the lights, I've got to take the seat off, plug my laptop into the EasyCan, open the accessory manager and make all the settings there, put it all back together and away we go. With the EasySwitch, I can change those intensities on the fly. To show you how that works in practice, we'll use the aux1 circuit of the bike because that's got the outer 4 LEDs of both lights on one single circuit, and they can be utilized as either daytime running lights and or main beam. Currently I've got them set up with no DRL and main beam at 100%, so we can change that DRL setting, and this is how it works. One single click of the button turns the auxiliary lights on or off. Press and hold it for 3 seconds and this enters the brightness adjust mode. Each subsequent click raises the brightness in 10% steps and cycles continuously. Pause for 5 seconds and it exits the adjustment mode and goes back to normal. That's it, nice and simple, but having that adjustability at your fingertips I think is a real bonus. Now previously I obviously set the lights up to the various intensities that I wanted in a sort of set and forget and left it at that, and I've been relatively happy with it. But I don't tend to run with the white DRLs on the bike. The Africa Twin has already got the halos underneath the main headlights. You've got the solid orange indicators, and by adding the DRLs I don't really want to light the bike up like a Christmas tree. But there are occasions, particularly in autumn heading into winter, when you go out early in the morning, it's a bit misty, it's a bit foggy, and I think actually probably just having the DRLs on at 10% is going to give me that little bit of extra visibility. Now, as I've said previously before, I'd have to hook the laptop up, make those changes and go on my way. Now I can do it at a touch of a button. Now you may think this is all very good if I'm using a Hex EasyCan, but here's the good news: if you're using a Denali Can Smart or the Lone Rider Moto Can, this EasySwitch is compatible and will work with those can controllers too. If you'd like a bit of variety, you can order it with one of 4 different coloured LEDs in the button. I've got a green one, but you can also have red, blue or yellow. The switch itself and that kit retails for £82.80, so if you're interested in that, I've left a link in the description if you can go away and have a look at that, as well as the rest of the lights and accessories that are available. In conclusion, I think it's a simple and genuinely useful piece of kit if you're running auxiliary lights through a CAN controller, and it won't break the bank either. If you've got any questions about it, then let me know in the comment section down below. But all that leaves me to say is until next time, thanks for watching, take care, ride safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.